Welcome to your daily dose of theological German, where a sentence a day keeps the dissertation detractors away, especially if you're working on Martin Luther nowadays, because we are going to read some Martin Luther. I'm not sure how many episodes we'll get through. We're actually just dealing with the excerpts in Helmut Ziefle's book, which has several different readings in theological German in it. So that's where we're getting this from, although it comes originally from this book by Martin Luther, of or concerning the freedom of a Christian. And I just want to highlight this word Christian because you might be used to this, der Christ, which is the usual kind of contemporary German word for Christian, and it's a really irritating false cognate because you think it should be Christ and then it turns out to be Christian and you get your translations wrong. However, in Old German, actually, that was the word for Christ, so your intuition is quite correct, but it also meant that in older German, you end up having to make a form here where you have a compound word, Christ person, in order to say a Christian. So that's just actually a good little example lesson. We are going to be dealing with some old German here, and so things might not look totally familiar, but that's all right. It's important to learn about the history of the German language, including contemporary German. And Martin Luther is as good a way as any to get into that. He obviously had a pretty strong shaping influence on theology in the German language. So let's get started. But how does it come about? Zugehen, you've got this separable verb here, come about, that faith alone can, here's your main verb in second position, can make pious or righteous, and without all works, or without, you might say, any works, give, your next verb is going to be the end of this clause, give so abundant or such abundant riches. Although, so this is kind of, I guess, presenting the situation against which this question is being asked, right? So how can it, by faith make you pious and give you all these riches without any works, although yet so many, let's see here, laws, commandments, works, standings, you might say, statuses, something like that. And Weisen, this is a noun here, but if you look it up in the dictionary, you might only find it as a verb, but it would be related. It seems to mean something like demonstrations. In other words, these are a bunch of synonyms for works, is really what you're dealing here with Luther. Although yet so many, commandments, laws, works, and the like, to us, this is one nice thing about older German, is that you actually do get to see the dative functioning in isolation without prepositions and have to remember your good German grammar to say, what's this dative doing here? So you have to supply the preposition in English. To us are prescribed in the scriptures. So in other words, Luther is saying, how can it be that faith alone, without any works, can make us righteous and give us all these abundant riches, when as yet in the scripture it's full of laws and commands and statuses to attain and all of these kinds of things. As always, thanks for watching, and be sure to hit subscribe if you have not already, and I would also recommend you turn on your notifications, because I'm not sure YouTube is going to tell you every time I make a video, because I do it too flippin' much. So you'll want to have your notifications on so you get your daily notice to make sure you get your daily dose to keep your German fresh. Also, you'll see there should be a playlist there, maybe another video that you've missed, to just keep yourself caught up and current with your theological German. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.